Arizona. I'm Leah here with Petey and Craig, joining in remotely today. Thank you all so much for tuning into the PHNX Coyotes Podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and leave us a 5-star review. How's everybody doing today?
You know what?
The vibes are immaculate.
Vibes are fantastic here at the BetMGM Sportsbook out by State Farm Stadium. The view, we usually get boxed in these little rooms. And even when we do have windows, we have to put shades down. Craig, the view here is really cool. And I'm gonna do a little shout out to MGM right now. As they're setting up outside the windows, there's chairs and there's a big stage and tables. And I said to our director of sales, Max, is this for our cornhole tournament tonight? Thinking that we're gonna have crowds of hundreds to watch me throw bags. Unfortunately, there's a George Strait concert here tomorrow that they're setting up for, not to watch us play bags. So just want to clarify
maybe one
that.
day.
Maybe one day we can get into this kind of a crowd to watch us toss some cornhole. Maybe.
Craig, how you doing out there in the other end of the valley?
I might as well just tell people why I'm at home today. Unfortunately, my oldest daughter, tested positive for COVID on a test that was taken Wednesday and is feeling really crappy right now. So I was around you guys yesterday, so hopefully I didn't get everybody sick. We're continuing to test. We'll test throughout the weekend.
Thank God I don't talk to Craig very much. Like I don't I don't interact with him. Thank God.
Right now, no symptoms at all. I feel fine. I feel great. Tara feels great. My other kid feels great. We're just hoping. So anyway, that's why.
Well, we wish you luck and hope she gets well soon.
Sending Aaron well wishes.
Yep. And the other reason I stayed home today, of course, is to show you the Picasso market.
I just got in from the auction house. Sotheby's. Craig strikes again.
All right. Well, let's get into it. We'll obviously get into some Friday Funday segments a little bit, but there's plenty of playoff hockey to talk about, and I actually want to start in the WHL because Dylan Guenther, Arizona Coyotes prospect, heard of him, has been lighting it up in these playoffs so far. Last night, Seattle Thunderbirds won 8-4 over the Kamloops Blazers. Guenther had a hat trick and an assist. He also leads the WHL playoffs in goals with 14. He's fourth in points with 21 in just 12 playoff games, and across the CHL, he's tied for first in goals. So he is absolutely crushing it.
Living up to his nickname, right? I wonder if he has a celebration, a celly that looks something like this. Should really.
He should.
He really should.
That's
Next time we talk to him.
the creative writer right there, just coming out with something. You should sell that to him.
Or like every day in the office, Sean has been doing this while watching the D-backs games. Can you put yourself on the camera, Sean, and show the people what you've been doing? Maybe not. That's okay. It's like unholstering guns and going. That could be his celebration.
That's his new celebration.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is. What was that?
Guns up, baby. What is absolute chaos here at the BetMGM.
Oh,
Sportsbook.
Lord. Oh, man.
So you are missing out, Craig. I will tell you that. You're missing out here today. But the WHL playoffs, if he continues to play like that and put up those kind of numbers, it does get you excited for next season for the Coyotes.
Yeah, I'm excited just for the Memorial Cup. I mean, we're gonna have at least 2 Coyotes playing in the Memorial Cup. It's kind of cool. And if you count Shane Doan, as partial owner of Kamloops, you're gonna have 3.
Yeah, is he gonna go watch? Or Kenny? We asked him.
He
said he's going back.
We did.
He's flying back from Europe.
He's got World Championships. And, Yep. And we're gonna have the Geekie Guenther matchup. Hopefully Seattle gets over and we'll get the Geekie Guenther matchup. It's going to be fantastic.
And Jeremy Langlois from the Quebec Remparts will be there as well. So
fantastic.
I'm excited.
Playoff hockey's great.
It is in any league. Yeah. So they can get it done Saturday night. They can win Game 5 to go on to face Conor Geekie in the Winnipeg Ice. So we'll continue to follow Dylan Guenther. I think we had talked a lot about how important it was for his development to play in these high pressure scenarios, and unfortunately Dylan Guenther last season during this time sustained an injury, so he wasn't part of Edmonton's run. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he stays healthy and Seattle can go on a deep run and even maybe win the Memorial Cup. So
I'd like Craig to catch up with him though after this experience, and hopefully they get past the current round to get to Winnipeg and they make it to the Memorial Cup. I'd love to see him play in those games because I think it would be really meaningful for him as a leader on the team. But I would like Craig to follow up with how has he dealt with that emotionally? Because he was not happy when he left.
Yeah.
And he's playing like a guy on a mission. But I wonder if he said, you know what, now that I've gone through this, I've got this experience. It's just something else I can add to my development, and it's been a good experience. So I'm really curious to see if Craig gets to catch up with him after and sometime this summer and find out where he's at.
It's in the works. It's in the works.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's move on to the NHL playoffs, and we'll start in the East. Because
why? Because the East Coast bias? Do we always got to start in the East?
No, because
Toronto?
I would argue that the biggest storylines from last night happened in Game 1 or Game 2 of Toronto and Florida. Leafs find themselves in an 0-2 hole heading to Sunrise, which is not ideal for Toronto. Florida continues to roll, but it didn't always look that way. I mean, Toronto came out swinging in the first period, looked great, and then things kind of took a turn when Florida turned it on, but there were also a few controversial moments in that game. And we'll start with Matthew Knies, who we found out today, unfortunately, will be out games 3 and 4 with a concussion. Keefe said he's unlikely to return in the series, which is a huge bummer. We've been loving cheering on this Arizona kid in the playoffs. He had his first NHL goal the other night, was nifty as well, and he's kind of slotted right into that top line. So really, really unfortunate situation, but I know Petey has some thoughts on what went down with Sam Bennett and Matthew Knies.
Well, it's interesting because we see, when I woke up this morning, I see Bennett getting disciplined from the NHL, and I go, oh, well, good, he should be disciplined, and then it's for a cross-check on bunting in the head. So it's a different incident. Craig and I had a discussion last week about hits to the head and the physical violence of the sport of hockey. And we differed a little bit. We don't want people to get hurt. The difference for me on this one with Bennett and what Bennett did to Knies, this was so much worse. And this is the kind of play I think hockey needs to get removed from the sport. To me, this was a WWF wrestling move. Grabs him around the throat and he drives his head into the ice. That's intent to injure. He's targeting the head. I don't see how this didn't get further discipline. I really don't. And I feel bad that the kid now is going to miss at least 2 games, maybe more, on a player that's been playing very well for this team. I am surprised, and I'd really like to hear from Ray Whitney on what the thought process was, because they heard it, and they know they looked at it. So I'm just curious to see their thoughts.
Yeah, I am too. And I wasn't surprised that nothing happened to him based on what was happening in that play, 2 guys jostling for position. But yeah, I saw what you guys did. It really looked like he intentionally slammed his head into the ice. And again, if we're going to be serious about player safety, especially head injuries, how do we not look at that? I get frustrated with it. I just don't know what else to say, because yes, it probably started with Matty Knies holding him, but as they were wrestling, sure, there was definitely an extra move there by Sam Bennett to really just to like say, get off me, kid. I'm slamming you.
And that's my point, Craig. Is there a point where he could have stopped that egregious pushing motion and said, okay, yeah, I've held you, I've been rough, and I've been physical, and I made my point, but I don't have to drive your head through the ice. That's where I felt he had an opportunity to let up, and he could have made that situation less egregious and violent.
Yeah. Now they're without Matty Knies for probably the rest of the series.
And this is a team that, again, no big surprise for Toronto, back against the wall again. Against Florida at home, and they started off so well.
I know
exactly what I get. Game 1, they got it out of their system. They kind of got the getting by the first round nerves out, and they eliminated that. But Game 2, they got to play. They started off so well and so offensive the way they're supposed to play, and then, as this team continues to do, they make mistakes, and they did it to themselves. It was continual turnovers. Matthews goes, I think I'll carry it through 3 guys. How about you pass the puck? Or how about you guys dump it once? And I think that was what really found Toronto behind the 8 ball. I think there's so many talented players that try to do too much by themselves that it puts them in holes and creates problems. If they don't start playing together as a team, and sometimes just dumping and chasing the puck, I think they could be out of this thing real quick.
You mentioned Auston Matthews, and I know he's had a couple big games in terms of production, but I don't think we've seen Auston Matthews' best in this postseason so far. I don't think he has been at the height of his game, and if they're going to advance, they're going to need their best player to elevate his game.
Yeah, and we've got to, let's call it, part of what's really happening here too is Bobrovsky's been outstanding.
Oh my God!
Like he has been the difference. You flip flop the goalies. This series is 2-0 Toronto, which brings up another point. How does Toronto? They know goaltending's a problem. It's been year after year after year as goaltending. We tried Frederick Anderson. Well, who's still in the playoffs? We tried Jack Campbell. Ooh, who's still in the playoffs? And, well, let's try whoever the hell we got now. Oh, Samsonov. Well, we'll try Matt Murray first. There's an old guy who's washed up and he's hurt. He needs to come back in the series, and he needs to be a leader. Toronto's going to be done. Their goaltending just isn't good enough, and it's going to be another season where they go, our goaltending wasn't good enough.
All-time quote from him last night, though, because they asked
that's
him
great.
about Bobrovsky playing well, Samsonov, and he said, quote, "I don't give a fuck."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Dan, cover the kids' ears. Where's that 7-second delay?
Sounds like you do. It sounds like you do.
I was quoting a direct quote.
I know.
Just saying. Just reporting it. Do you guys think the Leafs can come back from this, or is this a elimination waiting to happen?
Boy. Yeah,
Florida's playing really well. Florida's playing really well. They get to the net hard. They forecheck hard. They steal pucks. They get on top of you. They're more physical than Toronto's been as of late. Toronto's better. Toronto's a better team with more skill and more offense and the ability to get back in this series, but they just have to, one, they got to defend better. They can't turn over the pucks they're turning over. They have to stop thinking they can skill their way up the ice. They have to sometimes settle for the next best play, and that may be throwing the puck off the glass. If Toronto can do that, they're good enough to put numbers up, and they can still get back into this series. They're going to have to change the way they're playing.
So they can't skill it up. That's what you're saying.
And I did. I was waiting for you to throw the old Tyson Nash at me, skill it up. But that's how they turn the puck over. I mean, I'm going to beat one more guy. No.
They can still come back in this series.
For sure.
Yes. I don't even know if they have to win both in Florida. They just got to get some kind of momentum going. Listen, if they lose game 3, this might be a sweep. But they still have 2 games left on home ice. They just need to get something going here. And you're right, the goaltending, man.
Yep.
I don't feel confident.
Why didn't they solve it? Why didn't they solve it? With all that they did, why did they solve it?
I don't feel confident. I think the precedent has been set. I think they finally got the monkey off their back. They got through the first round, and they weren't ready for the second round. So, but I would love to be proven wrong. So, because obviously there's no secret that I'm cheering for the Leafs. All right.
Leah Merrill says the Toronto Maple Leafs are not going to become the Washington Capitals, where they can't get out of the second round. Yeah.
Okay, moving to the West, Dallas has evened up the series against Seattle. Thoughts on this one? Didn't you watch it closely?
Yeah, Dallas is better. This is what I thought in the first game. I thought Dallas would deserve to win if Ottinger plays like Ottinger. This should be 2-0 Dallas right now, and it's not. I like what Seattle is doing. I like how Seattle plays. Seattle's the little engine that can, and it works really hard. But Dallas is better.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I think in this series, better is going to win out. I don't think it always does. I think here it will, because sometimes a goaltender can sway that, and Ottinger's better. So you go up and down the lineup. They're deeper. They're stronger. They can win physical. They can win fast. They just have so many different weapons. I think Dallas is better. Seattle can play well at home ice. Seattle can. You better be ready.
This could be 2-2 after 4.
It absolutely can be. They skate so well, and they forecheck so well and get pucks to the net so well that you saw what they did in game 1, where they were able to turn the tide so quickly. I just think Dallas's best players haven't even played their best hockey yet. I mean, Pavelski had the big night in game 1, but I don't think you've seen the best from Robertson or Rupe Hintz in this series. Even Jamie Benn is going to get more involved as the series goes on. I just really like Dallas. Dallas is my dark horse for win the Stanley Cup right now. I really like that hockey team.
I got nothing to add to that. I just want to ask what you guys think the odds might be on Stuart Skinner winning Conn Smythe right now. Oh,
I bet you it's up there. I can try and find it.
Best mustache of goalies remaining in the playoffs?
I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Best
Conn Smythe? No.
No.
Calder? No.
It's the only time I'll have best.
He might be the best rookie goaltender in Edmonton right now, though.
That's your rookie of the year
rookie
nomination.
Of the province?
It could have been Michelli. Could have been Michelli, just saying.
People don't know how to evaluate goaltenders. They just don't know how to evaluate goaltenders. Sorry. That was a bad pick for a finalist for the Calder. Just going to say it outright. It's a bad pick.
I'm looking. Stewart. Oh, he has odds. Plus 10,000 to win the Conn Smythe. Currently, the person with the best odds to win Conn Smythe is Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Matthew Tkachuk.
Wow.
3-way tie, plus 850.
Wow. Yeah, they're deservedly so at this point.
That's on BetMGM.
None of them will be in the finals, and none will win. So it's really neat. So don't waste your money on those guys.
We'll remember you said that for when.
Petey, what's your cup final then? You got Dallas, Carolina?
Yep, I do.
All right.
I Edmonton's a two-trick pony, and Carolina is just better than everybody else. And if they could get somebody back to help them, Svechnikov ain't going to be there, but we'll see about Teravainen.
Well, I would love to see it. We've been talking about the South.
Again, what the hell do I know?
Final.
Literally nothing.
I'm not even gonna say what my pick is because it will just curse whoever is involved. Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough hockey playoff talk for now. I don't know what happened. Oh, he's at the bar. Good.
What happened with that?
We asked Max to deliver us some wows because they do have Four Peaks on tap here at BetMGM. And I was worried because he's been sitting here this whole time. I'm like, hello, the bar opened at 11. Our show started at 11. Get moving, but he's at the bar now. So hopefully we'll have our Four Peaks delivered here shortly. I can't wait, especially, God, the weather's been so nice.
It's fantastic. I can't stop looking outside. This kind of reminds me of Miley Cyrus. It's the best of both worlds. We've got the BetMGM and we've got Four Peaks.
I wasn't ready. Oh, man. Well, you can check out Four Peaks Brew or Four Peaks Pub on Instagram to keep up with the latest at Arizona's hometown brewery. They also have a Teacher Appreciation Week thing going on starting May 8th. You can thank a teacher and nominate them to win grants, Four Peaks swag, a grand prize of a custom makeover of their teacher's lounge at school. So go to fourpeaksforteachers.org to nominate a teacher or donate. If you're going to drink Four Peaks, you got to be 21 or older, and please drink responsibly. We've been talking a ton about the playoffs. The Sens are back in action tonight. The D-backs always seem to be in action. There's baseball like all day, every day. And if you're looking for a place to watch all of this, check out Fubo TV. They have 140 plus live channels of sports, shows, movies, and news. You can stream live TV from any device. There's also 1,000 hours of cloud DVR at no extra charge. There's also PGA on behind us. There's just like always a ton of stuff, and sometimes it's hard to keep track of where to watch it. That's what's so great about Fubo. So make sure to check them out. You can watch the Suns. You can watch the D-backs on ESPN and Bally with Fubo TV. You can use the link in the description to sign up for 15% off your first month of Fubo Pro. All right. I've been sitting on this one.
I like how the Fubo ad inserted itself into the show like a Roman Reed there. Just slide
Craig.
right in.
Wow.
Okay.
Slid right in.
Wow. All right.
CWP is over here, just put his face in his hands over what
That's
Craig said.
that's how we all feel. That's how we all feel.
Oh, good grief. Our good friend CWP came down to BetMGM today.
He is here.
Check it out. Beautiful day, isn't it, Charles?
I was just seeing
Yep.
He's behind.
He's behind, so he's going to answer yes in a moment because
yeah. All right.
Beautiful
well, we know this is my Friday Funday topic for today. We know Ryan Reynolds has been in on wanting to buy the Ottawa Senators. He's part of a ownership group that's bidding to buy them. But this week, Snoop Dogg announced that he was joining the ownership bid led by LA-based producer Nico Sparks, and I kind of liked, let's go.
Let LFG.
LFG.
A little wow. Thank you, Max.
Craig's so jealous right now. Thanks, Max. Cheers.
Little Four Peaks in the middle of the day.
I'm drinking vitamin C.
11:21 a.m. Not a big deal. Just make sure you don't put it there.
I saw that. That is fantastic, buddy. A wow in the middle of the day when the sun is shining. It's not even middle of the day. It's 11.
It's 11. It's the middle of the day for you. You guys have been up since 5 a.m.
I have been up since 5. But, okay, let's get back to where you're at.
So Snoop Dogg is now in the running to buy the Ottawa Senators, or part of an ownership bid. And I actually thought it was cool what he said. He said, right now the NBA and NHL are having some great playoff games. The kids need to know there's an option to play hockey if you look like me. And he added that sports can help people find a way to become more family and more organized and find ways to do things. Now these kids can learn to play the sport. They can understand this is another way out. You don't have to play football or basketball or baseball. Here's another option. So I like that sentiment from Snoop Dogg. I think it would be really cool to see Snoop Dogg as part of an ownership group of an NHL team. He talks about how much he loved Canada and, how he'd commit to being part of an ownership group for the Ottawa Senators. So before I ask the question I'm going to ask, thoughts on Snoop Dogg possibly being a part owner of the Ottawa Senators, or thoughts on Ryan Reynolds, or just thoughts on celebrity ownership of a sports franchise in general?
I love both guys. I love both. First of all, diversity, yes, but then
Yes.
also Snoop is a legend, so yes, get him in. Ryan Reynolds, I'll watch anything that he makes. So
Yep.
love the idea of either one of these guys being involved in an ownership group. Can they bring them together? Can they bring them together?
I know,
Wow.
that would be amazing.
Best of both worlds. And I will say this, so I'm going to get another look behind the curtain. Humongous man crush on Ryan Reynolds. Like to Craig's point, if he's in it, I'm watching. He's fantastic. He's funny. He's smart. Canadian. I hope it happens, and I'll tell you why. Because I think when you get someone of this stature and this celebrity involved in the sport of hockey, I think you get more eyes on the sport. I think both of these guys, look at what they've done for soccer.
Yeah.
And what the celebrity has done, getting the show on and Wrexham and all that has been great. Think of the new eyes that would be on the sport if Ryan Reynolds or Snoop Dogg was involved with its ownership group. And it's just, we love this sport enough to know that you just need to watch it to get hooked on it. And I think this would just give more people more eyes and would open up this sport to so many more people. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, you said it really well. So that leads me to this question. If you could choose a celebrity to be the minority owner of the Coyotes, so obviously Alex Morello is the owner, but if, let's just say, there was a 5% stake up for grabs, which...
Very soon.
Maybe there may be soon.
Sorry you did there. That was good. That was good, Leah.
Which celebrity would you want to see as part of the Arizona Coyotes ownership group, and why? And chat, please chime in. I'm curious.
Leah, you should go first.
I've been thinking about this a lot, and I know this was my idea, but I can't really settle on one because my first instinct was to say Drake. Sean's nodding behind the Mac because, I mean, we all know about the Drake curse. I think that finally broke when the Toronto Raptors won a championship. We've seen what Drake's done for the Toronto Raptors, and as someone who's been a Toronto Raptors fan and followed them, Drake made the Raptors cool. I think it's really... like, it's just to add that pop culture element. He's obviously a huge celebrity with a huge following, and to be associated with a team like the Coyotes, a small market team, I think it would give a huge boost. And then my other instinct, I'll let Sean speak because I know he has something to say, was to say Beyonce for the similar reason, because I'd love to see a woman celebrity. I didn't want to default just to a man. Beyonce, we know Jay-Z is involved with the Brooklyn Nets, and you see them courtside all the time at Nets games. I think that's so cool. For the same reasons, I think that would be awesome. Sean?
I was just going to suggest a Drake J. Biebs ownership group.
Ooh!
Jay Biebs is a big hockey fan.
I was going to say, Biebs was on my mind.
He's a big hockey fan.
The
Although
Believers.
he stepped on the logo a few times. So,
Yeah,
I know
the
there's some
Believer.
hockey players
I
that
did
are
not
a
think
big
of
fan
the
of him.
Believer.
Yeah, Beebs is kind of clueless. Sorry.
Laughing said Miley Cyrus for Petey.
Yeah, buddy, I on the list for sure. Like,
that would be electric.
Yeah, she's.
Petey, isn't that a Ben Halen song too?
What?
Best of both worlds. So I think the
Yeah,
Van
I
Hagar
like the
years.
Miley Cyrus. No, Miley Cyrus.
Well, I mean, you could have the
Hannah
best of
Montana.
both worlds if you had. Miley
She was a
Cyrus
movie
and Van
star.
Halen,
She
but-
lived on the beach and nobody knew it. Like nobody. How do you like? That's amazing. The life she led in the little beachside town. Went to high school and
dead.
everything. Nobody knew.
We've got a few
wig.
Larry Fitzgeralds in the chat.
Larry Pierce, Shane Doan, all
John
those
said Alice Cooper, Jimmy Eat World.
things. Ooh. But I think,
But I don't, yeah.
again, for the same reason we talked about Snoop Dogg and Ryan Reynolds, we need to get that broader audience. We need to get that
like,
bigger audience.
that's why you need like a massive
Rihanna.
celebrity.
Like Rihanna. Like,
Oh.
you know, how many eyes would be on her right now if they go, oh, she's going to the Coyotes? How many people would love the sport of hockey?
Rihanna, ASAP, and their cute-ass baby at Coyotes
Buddy.
games. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
In
What
the
about
basement.
Rihanna and ASAP together?
Yes, that's an ownership group
That's,
right there.
that's it.
Fire. That is it.
Yeah.
Because can you imagine, again, it's new eyes on the sport. People would watch just because she's involved.
Yeah.
Period. And if we're going to do local, I like Charles Barkley just because people like the shit that he does too, and he's funny, and you could get crossover fans from basketball. But I want bigger. I want music. I like the ASAP Rihanna.
And then can you imagine she could write a song for the
Oh,
intro in
and
the
the goal
arena?
song.
Woo.
That's it.
Evie said Jack Black, David Letterman. JMT said Emma Stone and Frankie Muniz because they're from Arizona.
Yeah, I like the
I
Arizona
like
feel.
the Emma Stone
Yeah,
angle.
I like the Arizona feel.
Jordan Sparks can be part of that.
Oh yeah.
Like a group of celebrities from
Sure.
Arizona
Sure.
have a stake. Craig, do you have any thoughts?
Well, Charles was one of my two choices because we know he loves hockey more than the NBA
Yes,
playoffs.
he
'cause
said
that. He's been watching the hockey playoffs during the games.
Because
Yep.
he said so. It'd be great marketing for the game. The other guy I have is for purely selfish reasons. I want John Mulaney because he'd be an unbelievable quote as a reporter. You'd never have to MC another event again because who would you put at the mic instead of John Mulaney?
Exactly.
That's true.
And with John Mulaney, you would know that no one could tell better jokes about the Coyotes than John Mulaney, so everyone would shut up.
That's true.
Yeah, so when you say your franchise is a joke, you could go, yeah, well, of course. Then it'd be a compliment almost if he was part owner. I think we've got some great ideas, and I hope, and I think Rihanna listens, didn't she?
Yeah, of course. We're in Glendale. She was just here.
She was here.
She just texted me. She's watching.
We're gonna see if we can
Perfect.
if we can catch George straight. Maybe we can get him involved. I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's good. And again, this sport just needs more exposure, more eyes on it, and it's one of the things. And I joke a little bit. We love the playoffs so much right now, and you are seeing more celebrities at the games. You're seeing Will Ferrell putting on the face paint.
Yeah.
You're seeing John Hamm getting involved. There are more celebrities at the New York games and all of those things. The one thing that's unfortunate for this season, and I'm not getting into who people cheer for, but if the New York Rangers and the Boston Bruins are playing in the Eastern Finals, you're getting a lot of people watching. And I think that does help the sport as well. I know we as hockey fans love all the stories and the storylines that are going now. I think this sport is doing better and it's getting more eyes and more things are happening. And we've got the national TV contracts are getting more viewers. All of those things are true. So anything that the sport of hockey can do to get more eyes on it is good for the sport.
True. A couple more thoughts. Well, someone said Steven Spielberg, laughing, said Bo Burnham would also fit that role, that the John Mulaney role. I agree. John said if you want someone with a former local identity and rich, Steven Spielberg. But that made me think of Jerry Bruckheimer.
Ooh,
because
he owns
he is
Seattle.
Yeah, well, he went to U of A, first of all.
I didn't know that.
Yep, Arizona connection.
Huh.
And he has a hockey tournament that he used to do or still does.
In Vegas.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe not for like the flashy factor, but for the, I mean, the money, the celebrity, I don't know.
Yep.
But yeah, the other thing that came to mind, we saw Vince Vaughn at a Coyotes game this season. We also saw Michael Phelps. Could be cool.
Michael Phelps would be cool.
I like that. So I just think it's cool.
He does have an Arizona tie because he was coached by Arizona
And
swim
he
coach
lives here.
Bob Bowman. Yeah.
Yeah, and he lives here. And but yeah, for all the reasons you said, I just think
Can we do
more
this every
eyes.
day instead of just Fridays?
Just drink and talk. And
No,
look
look at the view, the sun, the beer. There's a lot
this
of
is
stuff
the best
going
mood
on.
I have seen
I
Petey
know,
in
it's
in a long time. I don't
Look,
know
I'm
what to
smiling at this is a good vibe. Buddy, I'm telling you. I like this a lot.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens with the Ottawa Senator situation. It will be interesting to see how it unfolds and which group is chosen, what they decide to do, if they're gonna move to downtown. There's a lot.
No
that could be
matter
done.
what happens, and Craig and I have both been there. Have you been to the facility there
No,
in Canada?
I've only been to Ottawa once.
They need to move. They
Yeah.
they need to. The downtown Ottawa is historic. It's the government. It's the capital, for God's sakes. It's a beautiful historic downtown area. They need to move the arena downtown. I don't know. I'm not behind the financial reasons why it's out in Canada, but you think Glendale was a long way away? Oh, buddy, Canada, like there's literally nothing out there. I move it. It would be so good for the city and the team and the sport. They have such a large following. It's just really, really hard to get out there, and they have weather.
What's that?
Exactly. What's that?
I just
exactly.
see 4 clouds right now.
I know. If we have a tough day here today in Arizona, there are 4 clouds out. Horrible weather. How do we do it?
Roaring Fork said PD on vitamin D.
By the way, who ordered the food?
It smells amazing.
Oh my
Sean.
God, that's dirty.
Well,
Oh my God, that smells good.
Underrated part about
Food at the
BetMGM
BetMGM.
Sportsbook is how
Man, that
goddamn
smells
amazing
good.
their food is.
Seriously, that smells
On the weekend,
fire.
they got brunch.
I heard the brunch is amazing.
Dude, oh, I had these. I so very much hate citrus flavored like baked goods and stuff like
Yes.
that. But they have these like lemon buttermilk
No.
pancakes, and they were fire.
See, and you and I
They were
like
so
we
good.
do like our I don't know what you call them, like the waffles, pancakes, French toast
Yeah.
things.
Sweet breakfast.
Yeah, DP and I are all
Yeah.
about that.
They got
but
French
I'm with
toast
you
too.
though.
That looked real good.
Not about the fruit in it though. Keep
But
the fruit out.
it's so good here. The
Okay.
lemon was just a perfect
Well,
little
if that's
touch.
any
I loved
indication-
it.
And the good part about it is
Come on Saturday.
DP's over there, and the food's over here. So and it smells good to us. He wants
The
it.
more we talk, the longer the show goes, and the longer the show goes, the longer
God,
he
that
has to wait.
Seriously.
So let's just keep
guys,
going.
the internet just went out. The show's over. Wrap it up.
Bye-bye.
Well, Petey's been hyping up how amazing the lawn looks, and that's great because we're going to be out there tonight
Yes,
for
we are.
our first Knockout Nights Cornhole Tournament at the BetMGM Sportsbook. It will be the first Friday of every month from May to August. It's free to enter. You'll get food and beverage specials. We just hyped up
Yep.
the food and the beverages, sportsbook matches, giveaways, and we're live all day beforehand. We're kicking things off, but we'll be here back to back to back all day long through about 5 o'clock, so you can come hang out. Charles is here once again. Hey, Charles, thanks for coming. Lots of great stuff coming up.
Yeah, but one thing too, and I know people around the valley are looking for good sports bars to go to. Like, this is a good sports bar.
Yeah, look
Like,
at the TVs behind us if you're watching
buddy,
on YouTube.
Like, and you've got a patio right here, and guess what's right there? State Farm Stadium is literally right there.
Yeah, we're looking at it.
Like, the Desert Diamond Arena is there too. It's really cool.
What?
It's a cool sports bar. So if you didn't know and you're looking for a sports bar to go hang out and have a beer and watch a game and maybe put a little action on a game, just saying, we're going to talk about that. I'm going right from here to the counter, and I'm going to do some gambling on tonight.
Place some bets.
And then we'll talk about it on tomorrow's show.
Tomorrow we
don't
don't
have a show.
Monday's show.
So if
Wait, the draft lottery?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to go gamble after this.
All right, well, become a diehard today. Join the family. Petey and I are rocking some PHNX tees. I can't really tell what Craig is wearing. I don't know if he's wearing.
What are you?
Oh, you
Hey!
guys are matching.
Twinsies.
We got this shirt.
We got that shirt.
the
That
Valley-
shirt is
this
fire,
shirt's
by the way.
amazing.
That might be the best shirt in the locker
and
room
this
right
hoodie.
now.
Look at us rocking the PHNX
Everybody's
merch.
rocking it. That's nice stuff.
So you can check out phnxlocker.com to grab your membership to receive exclusive content, discounts on all events and merch, and access to our Discord chats. Petey, you've been in such a great mood today. Maybe you should make a
know.
stop at Illegal Pete's in Tempe.
I know.
Grab yourself some chips and queso.
on the way home, I
Stop,
might.
have a margarita on the patio there.
it's Cinco de Mayo.
It is Cinco de Mayo.
Buddy, how do we
Perfect.
get that?
Go to Illegal Pete's and then
Margarita.
come here tonight for Knockout
Yep.
Nights.
Margarita on the way, a little, yeah.
Yeah,
What a good day.
It's just beautiful
What
out.
a good day.
It's just, we're in a good mood. You can stop by the Tucson or Tempe location of Illegal Pete's for a house beer bucket for you and the whole crew. 5 pints for $15. Soak up the sun with a loaded burrito and crisp beer on the patio. The margaritas, the queso, I can't say enough. Illegal Pete's, it's your go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beer.
I can't wait. And I'm going to agree. I'm going to just go back to something we were talking about a minute ago. Dan agrees. No fruit in your breakfast foods. Don't mix them.
I love fruit.
Yeah, I like it too. But when you're having a pancake, it's a pancake.
I love a good blueberry pancake.
Yeah.
Blueberry pancakes are my favorite. Or
Exactly.
I love a good waffle with some strawberries and some.
Yes.
No,
What about a crepe with like
Again,
fruit in it?
Thank you. A crepe.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, we got
No.
all kinds of examples.
Talk about
Craig and I
language.
agreeing about food. This is mark
Yeah,
down the time.
Exactly.
Oh,
God, this is
man.
really good. And for those people that
This is
don't listen to our
shocking.
show often, you're like, oh, look at this fun guy we can listen to because he's just this positive force. I'm not at all. I might be the most negative person anywhere. Pessimistic, glass half empty guy.
Bring these vibes to Monday,
I
Petey.
am having a good day today.
Bring these vibes
Maybe
to
that's
Monday.
what it is. Maybe that's what's turning around. I'm thinking of Monday. I'm having a good day
Oh,
out at
man.
the BetMGM Sportsbook at State Farm Stadium in Glendale.
All right. Well, our weekly Friday summer segment, Weekend Binge. What are you guys watching this weekend? Craig, you're usually ready to go with these.
I got 3. Well, first of all, I'm binging on playoff hockey, so
Yeah.
obviously going to be doing that. And playoff basketball.
Suns.
Suns are up against it. It might be the last chance to see the Suns this season. But 2 other things. I'm watching The Diplomat. Petey, was that your rec, by the way? The Diplomat? Or
No,
somebody
it wasn't, but I
recommended
want to see it. I want to start watching it. Is it everything I'm hoping for?
So far, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
not
good.
deep enough
It's on
in
the
to
list.
say,
It's just not on the top of it.
but I'm going to keep watching. And then the family thing that we're watching, I'm going to sound cheesy here, is Our Great National Parks, which is narrated by none other than Barack Obama. So
Huh.
it's pretty cool.
I mean,
That seems like something you want to take an OGs before.
yeah. I was
The
thinking, yeah.
footage is ridiculous. The footage is ridiculous.
Again, it just follows the pattern of Bougie Bougie Craig. Like
Greg?
Craig.
Who's
Bougie Greg.
Greg?
He's the oldest boy
Greg
of the
is
Brady
his,
clan.
his alter ego.
Yeah, that sounds like it. We're watching the national parks.
My kids love it.
Photography. No, it's good. It's good
My kids
educational
love
thing.
it.
You've got kids. My kid's gone. And actually, he's coming over. We're going to watch Cocaine Bear this weekend. So
No way.
yeah, we are.
That's
Wait,
your
wait, wait,
weekend?
Question for you, Petey. Has the
Yes.
price gone down online for Cocaine Bear yet? Because they were charging a ridiculous amount. Has it gone down now?
I don't know. I'm
I was
streaming
just
it.
waiting.
I'm
I was
streaming
waiting.
it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
streaming
talking
for
about.
free. No, it's streaming for free, buddy. If you got the right service. Is that
What
was it a
service?
Paramount? I think it's Paramount.
Yeah, I don't
It's
have
streaming on
Paramount.
Paramount. Cocaine Bear.
They're all laughing over
Yeah,
there.
cocaine. I'm watching Cocaine Bear
Okay,
on
so
Sunday
that's
with my
your
son.
weekend binge.
I'm
What
on
else?
Cocaine Bear on Sunday. Well,
Oh my God! Please tell everybody.
I know.
Please.
So, as you know, I watch a lot of hockey, but
I'm so
my
happy.
wife doesn't watch a lot of hockey. So between periods, we have to switch over
Oh, no.
to Love Is Blind.
Oh.
And and I'm not kidding now. I'm not so good at the names, but we just finished season 3. This is 2 weeks ago. We did 2 and 3 are done. We're on 4 now. And when
4
I
is
say
the
we,
most recent.
when I say we, it's her, and I don't know names. I'll say the guy with the beard.
You know Kwame.
I'll say I know Kwame because I saw him at a hockey game. He was at the Seattle Kraken game in Seattle.
Yep.
So, but I'll say, the guy with the beard or the girl with the blonde hair, the squeaky voice, those kind of things. So I don't know names,
Okay.
but I am watching.
It's
Petey, do
electric.
you remember when I told you that I respect you?
I know it's gone. It's all
Yeah.
gone now.
It's all gone.
I can't believe it because Craig, I'm not kidding you. It's one of the show you love to hate these people, like just hate them, them, and so you watch, and I'm stuck on it. But this weekend will be all about the playoffs again. I can't get enough of the hockey playoffs, and it's continual. So.
Okay. I mean, mine are always the same, but I do have a new one that I meant to say last week, but I'll say it today. I've been watching Snowfall on Hulu.
Wow.
It's about drug dealers in the 1980s, but also it's like the CIA is controlling the drug trade in the U.S.
Huh.
And it's like from 3 different point of views on Hulu. Oh my God, it's so good. It's definitely like darker and it's a drama. Like it can't be.
It's dark drama.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very, very good.
Okay, I'm on
Snowfall.
it. You like it for real?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
So I'm going to go back on one more too, because I always throw out these channels, and this is more for our more mature audience, meaning old. I'm not more mature, like mentally, just old. I implore people to step outside of the Netflix, Hulu, Prime box, and there are some other streaming services out there, and the 2 that I recommend all the time are Acorn, which is shows from New Zealand, Australia, and BritBox, which are shows from the UK. And they have such a wide selection, and I'm going to go with the Broken Wood Mysteries right now, which is on Acorn. Broken Wood Mysteries.
Sounds like another Roman read.
No, it's fire. It's fire. They have murders every show. They solve it with their little band of detectives. So Broken Wood Mysteries on Acorn.
Sean, what do you got?
A lot of sports this weekend, obviously. NHL, NBA playoffs, Miami Grand Prix, F1.
Yeah.
They're currently doing
I'll be
free
watching
practice
that.
right now.
But Sean, how old are you?
24, I think.
And you're thinking
You are.
I know you got to.
You're turning 25 this year.
You
How
don't
do
have-
I
how
know?
do you-
I was going to say, how
I'm
do you-
really good at
But you
birthdays.
literally don't have to do
terrible.
birthdays. Like when you're 55, you got to go, okay, what year was I born again? Yeah. When you're 24, like,
Yeah.
that's when you should know. I will say this, whatever F1 is doing for marketing, and I know the show has driven this, you've got a 24-year-old kid sitting here right now going, I'm waiting for an F1 race. Hockey needs to do better at that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No, it is something they do, and they did try it before. They did the all in,
The all access,
with
yeah.
the Leafs,
Yeah.
but they definitely need to do better. So there's that. There is Aljamain Sterling and Henry Cejudo UFC on Saturday night. Big
Literally
fight.
never heard those names before.
Henry Cejudo's an Arizona guy actually, but
Is he?
my actual show, and Shane will like this. I started
Yes.
that I have to keep watching is Attack on Titan for my anime fans. I've never really been a huge anime guy. Never had a problem with it. Just never really watched it. Started watching it, and it is a very good show. So there's that, and the most recent season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's on Hulu. I started watching.
Is that out now too? The most recent?
I don't know how old it
Wow,
is. I
that's-
just hadn't watched it in a while.
That is
so I'm
some of the
catching up.
most clever television ever
I
written.
love that show. It is
Unbelievably
genuinely
well
one of the
written.
funniest shows I've ever seen.
Kid had mono. I sat and watched it with him like 24 hours straight a day, every day while he was sick. Unbelievable show. Phenomenal writing. So, Sean, well, we're talking about TV, and we talked about the F1 show. If there was a behind the scenes, like a legit behind the scenes, this is where I think hockey screws up when they've done their behind the scenes. Any major sport, they don't want to show the real blemishes and what's really going on. In the F1 show, is it unfiltered? Is it this is what really going on?
There's been a little bit of controversy with the show because they're not great. They kind of sensationalize stuff and they don't tell stories in chronological order.
No, they don't.
So it's kind of all
interesting.
over the place. Their biggest driver, the defending champion, refused to talk to the show last year because he thought they were making up stories and conflicts that didn't really exist. He's back on the show this season, but it's definitely a marketing campaign. It is not a documentary.
Because if you did it for hockey and you really had the access that the fans would want, it is a microcosm of a soap opera.
Yeah, I think a good example of what this show does that they would do right now in the NHL is like they would be all over the Connor McDavid versus Jack Eichel 1-2 thing. Like they would make it a huge conflict rivalry, even though like Jack has said he doesn't really care about it anymore.
Right.
But it would be
The
like
show
that would
would.
be like an entire episode in the F1 show. So that's one thing that people have problems with, but it is a very entertaining show and has gotten America.
They do themes in the episodes.
Yeah.
It's
But see, I
not
think where
chronological.
hockey is trying to do this year is they're really done. I think they're doing a better job of marketing their stars. I think they're getting better at it. And NBA does a phenomenal job. NBA is, again, leaps and bounds ahead. But I think the NHL needs to continue to market their players and their stars.
Yeah.
And I think, and I'm going to propose this on air because why not? That's what we get paid for. Well, I think we need to do more of an embedded thing with the Coyotes next year. I think we need a more behind-the-curtain PHNX looks into the Coyotes. And I think we've tried to make this team, we've tried to humanize these players. Craig's done it in his articles. We've walked and talked. I think those things. But I think we really need to pull back the curtain.
All
So
right.
that's my mission over the summer. We got to pull the curtain back on the Arizona Coyotes. Okay.
All right. Love it. We have a $2 super chat from Mike. Said Mrs. Brown's Boys on BritBox.
See? I'm telling you, if Mike's got BritBox, there are so many good shows. It's a phenomenal. Like if you like the old Agatha Christie stuff, she's got a few different series. Miss Marple,
I feel like
Hercule Poirot.
the overall theme of today's show has been market the game and get more
It is.
eyes.
Yep, get
That's
more
kind
eyes.
of what's
Get more
been
eyes.
the
Get more eyes on
theme.
stuff. Yep.
All right. Well, we talked about all the great stuff happening this weekend, and if you want to enjoy some of it at Octane Raceway and Mavericks, you can do so. It's Cinco de Mayo today, and today at Mavericks, $5 Mavericks margaritas, $5 off 2 taco trios, and $15 Mexican beer buckets. And
sounds good.
Sean talked about that fight.
Taco trios.
They will be showing it at Mavericks as well. So make sure to reserve your table. And then May 14th, Mother's Day brunch and extravaganza. May 14th is Mother's Day.
When's that? Like that soon?
A week from Sunday.
Oh, shit.
Half off mimosas until 2 p.m. and free $10 game cards with every brunch purpose. And all moms, I love this, all moms get a free axe throwing and free race with a one-day guest.
There you go. I'm going to call Mary Lou, see if she wants to get an 84 and see if she wants to throw herself some axes. I go Mary Lou.
So check out Octane Raceway and Mavericks. It is an absolute
It is
blast. Or if you want to take the more relaxed approach, like Craig's weekend watching national parks, pop in OGs,
Oh, buddy.
sit back on your
Yeah.
couch, put your feet up,
Sit really close to the screen.
enjoy that. You can check out OGs wherever you
Craig looks like
get-
he's taking a little OGs already right now.
He's completely
Doesn't
just he's tuning
he's
us
not wa-
out.
He's literally watching BritBox right now.
I think how do we know this isn't just a screen recording of
know.
Craig?
Like,
Craig, are you there?
There he is.
Oh, hey.
Hasn't changed his expression in 5 minutes. He's got on those mystery movies where they cut the wires and they have the loop of
Yes.
the security video. That was Craig.
That's Craig.
He looped in his old security video for the last 5 minutes. I'm still here.
Oh man! All right, well check out OGs. They have something for everyone: Aquaberry Sleep Edition gummies, strawberries and cream, CBD THC 1:1 ratio. They also have microdose gummies, so they're delicious. They're amazing, and you can find them at your local dispensary at ogsbrands.com. Got to be 21 or older to enjoy responsibly.
You know what's funny? We were talking about gummies. In the Brokenwood Mystery yesterday,
Oh God!
this is true. Brokenwood Mystery. It was a convent, and the nuns were making weed gummies.
No way!
And then we find out they weren't really nuns. So it was all about gummies. And there you
Spoiler
go.
alert, come
Spoiler
on.
alert. They were. Yeah, if you're watching the Broken, they're not really nuns. So they didn't. They made the weed gummies.
Oh boy! All right.
True story.
Any final thoughts before we head out, Craig? I'll throw it to you.
I don't want to
first.
leave. I don't. Can I stay?
Craig.
You can stay, Petey.
Is there another show at noon?
Yes. Do you want to be on bets?
I might be on bets.
That'd be kind of fun.
Maybe I'll go bet on bets. Can I go like live bet during bets?
Yeah, sure.
A bunch of hockey bets.
Petey,
I'm not kidding.
Craig,
This is phenomenal out here.
final thoughts?
Sorry.
Craig.
All I can think about is Monday.
Yeah.
The lottery. It's coming.
My
It's
stomach
coming.
does flips when I think about
See,
it.
I'm trying
not
to avoid it.
Yeah,
actually.
me too.
First key date. The first key date coming.
Trying to
for me.
avoid it.
It makes me nauseous. If you want a full breakdown preview of everything you need to know, check out our show from yesterday on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. Craig has also written a few depressing articles. They're available at gophnx.com.
Well, that'll get him to read it. That's a good sales pitch,
No,
Leah.
I was dying on Twitter. Everyone was like, I'm sorry, Craig, but I'm not reading this. It was hilarious.
There's some really depressing, sad articles Craig wrote. Make you feel like shit, but go ahead and read them.
But then let the sun shine in and we can all be in this positive mood.
That's a good sales
bring
pitch,
in the
Leah.
good vibes.
Good job.
Listen, he admitted it. All right. Well, I think that's a wrap from us today. Like we said, check out the stories. We'll be live on Monday. We will be live.
When?
Not in the morning as per usual. We'll be live during the draft lottery.
When is that?
5 p.m. Arizona time on Monday. So join us there. We will live react with you. We will have pack therapy for whatever happens. So be sure to join us then. Set your reminders for Monday at 5.
So happy drinking or sad drinking?
Yep.
But we will be there drinking.
We will be there drinking 4 peaks. So join us then. And then we'll be back to our 11 a.m. daily schedule on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. So thank you all so much for joining us. And be sure, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button on this video. If you're listening on audio, leave us a review. It means a lot. And you can follow us on Twitter at SPetersHockey, at Leah Merrill, at Craig S. Morgan, at Sean_DePaz. Follow the show at PHNX_Coyotes. And stay tuned all day here on the PHNX Sports YouTube. We got bets coming up in 10 minutes. And until then, everybody, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And we will see you all Monday for the draft lottery. Bye.